Welcome. I'm Scott,
And I'm Chuck.
and this is Two Guys, One Scale. Um, Me and Chuck Charles, I've never called him Chuck in my life. Two fat guys. We've been friends for a while now, decided to start losing weight this year, and we thought we talk on the phone enough with each other, probably more than we talk to our wives on the phone. We thought we'd start recording and putting out podcasts because we think we're kind of funny sometimes. So we thought it'd be kind of fun. We also wanted to start this before we got too skinny because we've definitely put in some work so far. You know, Charles, what have you lost so far, man? Because we started, it's what, March 13th. We
We
started
started
January 1st.
January 3rd, I think, was our official start day.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was down exactly 40 pounds this morning. So in 70 days, 40 pounds.
40, 40.
Yeah.
So what
Yeah.
the fuck have I been doing? I thought I was kicking ass, dude.
You down, what, 30,
Yeah,
31
I'm down
pounds?
30. So I started at 322 and I weighed in at 289.6 this morning. So I was pumped to get into the 280s. First
Yeah.
time in quite a while. And you were under what, 300 today?
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
After getting there a week ago and then just getting fat again. We are going to fat shame ourselves. Um,
Yeah, for
definitely
sure.
going to fat shame ourselves
Yeah,
and let you know.
absolutely.
I mean, I have eating disorders. I think anybody who's fat has eating disorders. And every time I get home and my wife's cooking food for the kids, I just want to eat everything she cooks. So I backtracked last week. I gained, what was I, like 4 pounds over where I was last Friday or two
Yeah.
Fridays a week. So it's just, watching what you eat. But Scott, I'll let you.
Yeah. So I think we both definitely can admit that we have definitely problems with food. A weird relationship with food. I mean, we met through work. Charles started off as my boss when I first met him, actually, and we've had a few weight loss challenges in the past, but it always went off the rails. Every single time it went off the rails, and I think this is the longest we've stuck with it because we're calling each other every day, holding each other accountable, which is pretty nice.
Yeah,
Um, I think that so far it's been tough for sure, but it's also been fun this time around. Like we're,
a lot of
you know,
fun.
we don't work together anymore. I left and work in a completely different field now, which is awesome. But we still keep in touch, talk all the time, but we live close and I either drive to his house or he drives to mine. We work out every weekend. Um, but we're holding each other accountable for what we eat. And we're teasing each other for eating like shit too. Because, I mean, look at Charles' background. We give each other shit. We know we're fat dudes. We eating like human dumpsters got us to where we were at. So, both of us a little history. I mean, Charles even more so than me. We grew up playing sports our whole lives, and we just continued to eat like we were playing sports year round, and it just caught up to us. We both got desk jobs and just exploded.
Yeah. Yeah, I think having an accountability partner and someone that you can go to when you're having a rough time has completely changed it for me this time because, like you just said, playing sports my whole life growing up, you the same way with competitive swimming and everything. Like,
Hmm.
let's be real. Like, you always had teammates that you could lean on. You always had people that would pick you up. And when you get into a competitive sales field, which is what we've been doing for 15 years,
Yep.
it's not about picking up everybody else on the team. It's about picking yourself up, and you become a one man show. But now it's like, it's that camaraderie again that we miss out on. So
Yeah, for sure. And one thing I will say, like, me and Charles been through work. Uh, he was my boss, and then I took a promotion. We were on the same level for a long time, and I ballooned, dude. Like, I think the stress had a lot to do with it. We both managed sales teams, and I took it hard and just ate my feelings and ate the stress, and just pounding Hardee's on my lunch breaks. Wasn't good.
Well, I mean,
Charles is still there, but you're kicking ass now and still losing weight.
well, and the thing is COVID happened, right?
Yeah,
So
for sure.
we work longer hours. We may have made more money, but there was nothing else to do but work and go home and sleep and eat and come back and repeat, rinse and repeat. And when you said Hardee's, it just made me think of the Canes. Like twice a week, I would go and get the Caniac combo at Canes, not knowing that I was eating 4,500 calories for
Yeah,
lunch.
for
I mean,
lunch. Yeah.
that's absolutely crazy. It's we don't realize what we're putting in our bodies until we actually, start using a calorie counter, carb counter, whatever
hmm
you're doing. So
hmm
it sheds some
What's
light on what
what's
happens.
what's funny is at the beginning of the lockdown, I lost a bunch of weight.
Yeah.
Me and my not wife at the time, my girlfriend, who moved in like 2 weeks before the lockdowns happened. We started boxing. We bought like a home boxing gym and boxing and got down to about the weight I am now. Uh, and then we got engaged and went off the rails, completely off the rails.
So I was actually looking at your health fitness thing that you shared with me this morning,
hmm
and brought mine up from whenever I first, or the last time I submitted something to it, which was in March of 2020, and it's whenever I was at 288. So like that's how much I ballooned. I went from 288 at the beginning of COVID, which was already fat as it was, and I went and got sloppy fat, went all the way up to like 358, 360. I mean,
Yeah.
it was crazy.
Yeah. I mean, and like when we started this, like I was what, 322?
Yep.
Wasn't the biggest I've ever been. Let's
No.
be real, dude. I was over 340 for a time
Yeah.
where I was too afraid to step on the scale. I was way, way too fucking scared to step on the scale. And I know there's tons of people out there like that, man. Like, I'm sure that I probably even peaked into the 350s for a while. And on top of that, I was a smoker for 20 years, dude. Like, that. Like, I quit smoking last year.
We still all have our,
Yeah,
devices. You know?
that's for sure. That's
I
been a
mean,
huge help.
yep.
But
Hunger
just
craving
like
curbed.
dumping that last February, um, I think if I wouldn't have had the willpower to do that, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now, and I wouldn't be able to work out what I'm doing, would do what I'm doing now. Because when we started doing this, moving our 300-pound bodies around, doing what we've been doing these past few months is not easy. And like when we were working out a few weeks ago, like I was like, dude, Smoker Scott could have never done this. Never. So, smoking and being a fat fuck, not a good combo. Not a good combo.
Big Macs
But
and shit, these workouts, it wouldn't happen.
yeah. So, you know, for me, like getting started on this, like we kind of decided on our own and we were just catching up. Like I kind of stopped drinking at the end of last year and I just kind of wanted to turn it around because I was like not comfortable in my own skin anymore and my wife had been losing weight and I kind of decided January 1st was like my kickoff and then you kind of said the same thing when
Yep.
we were talking, but what got you motivated to start doing it this year?
I mean, I think it was, the fact my son's getting of age to start playing sports, and like I like kind of like what you said earlier. I didn't feel comfortable in my own skin, like getting out there and jogging around with him. Could I? Yes, because he's still young enough for me to be able to keep up with him. But we come inside, my feet hurt, my back hurt, everything hurts, and you know, I'm going to be an old dad. I understand that, but I can be a fit and active dad with my kids. Like I want to be able to run circles around my kids, and I just my dad was an amazing father whenever it comes to being a role model with coaching and everything, and just being active with his two sons, me and my brother, and I really want to do that, and my wife, pooping out three kids and still being 100 pounds, it kind of drives it home. She eats B dubs every day she's pregnant. So I ate B dubs every day she was pregnant. And she just goes back to a dime body. And I'm sitting here sloppy fat going, what the hell's going on? So I mean, obviously, I want to lose weight to look good for, just feel good, look good. But it's
Yeah.
mostly for my kids. I'm not gonna lie. I want to be a good parent, and I want to be around to see them graduate and to see them get married and have their own kids. And you can't
Yeah,
do that if
dude.
you don't use your 400 pounds.
No
So,
shit. Yeah, like we don't have kids, obviously, but that's a thought in the back of my mind. I'm not getting any younger. We both did luck out in the wife department. We got short, small wives, and we're big, fat dudes. We we definitely both lucked out there. Um, I think we got ahead of ourselves though, but you know, a little bit about me. I'm from the St. Louis area, 37, almost 38 years old. Played sports all growing up. Continued to eat like I played sports while I was growing up, and as soon as I stopped, I kind of just got big. I always was a bigger dude, but I was fit. I was a fit, bigger dude. I was always taller than everybody in my class. I'm still a tall guy now, taller than Charles. Um, but it just it was time. Me and my wife live in the St. Louis area. We got four animals. Been married about 2 years, and maybe family in the future. Who knows what the future will bring? But that's a little about me, and then I'll let Charles kind of give his backstory a little bit.
well, I mean, I kind of gave it.
Hmm.
Been married for 7 years, almost eight, and my wife is from the Philippines. So when she got here, and she still to this day does this, she cooks for 15 people every night.
I've
So
seen that.
uh, I grew up very poor, and we were taught not to waste food. So I would always find myself overeating, even if I didn't like it. Even if I didn't like what she cooked,
Hmm.
just because I saw food as wasted money if you had to throw it in the trash. So um, that definitely didn't help my eating disorder because I have had an eating disorder ever since I stopped wrestling. Um, I wrestled competitively from the age I could walk until I graduated high school, and I told my parents I wasn't going to wrestle in college, so I went and played baseball because I wanted to eat, I wanted to drink, I wanted to do all the things that people do in college, and
Hell yeah, dude.
I I put on 25% body weight just from the time I went from a freshman in college after my senior year of high school
Dude,
because
that college meal plan did a number on me, dude. Like, I had a card where I could get unlimited Pizza Hut and Chick-fil-A, dude. It was a game changer.
you have to be kind of cool because I had Burger King and Sub Connection. Okay.
Mm,
But
yeah.
Burger King didn't do me any favors. But I don't know. It's just you know very active my whole life. I love fishing, and even with the weight gain, like me and my brother stopped doing fishing tournaments because I would find myself sitting down after only a couple hours of fishing, just being lethargic, and it's just you know what we've done the last 70 days has been amazing. Like I find myself finding shit for me and the family to do. Like, hey kids, let's go outside, let's have fun. Hey Scott, let's swim a freaking mile today.
Yep.
Which we did do on Sunday. We swam a mile. Awesome work, Scott, because he just started swimming again. Scott's a competitive swimmer, so I got to watch.
Yeah, I swam most of my childhood. Like I swam on swim team year round for a long time. I don't look it, but I used to kick everybody's ass. I really did. And then I discovered smoking weed and then quit swim team. But yeah, no, swimming was my thing, dude. I played all sports, but swimming is my thing, is what I was best at. Arguably the lamest sport. Would I have been rather been cranking home runs? Sure. But swimming is what I was always best at. And I'm still not bad. I can keep
No,
up with
you
people.
still
I just look like a whale out there.
I mean, just to put it in perspective, like I was practicing for 3 weeks, and I still could barely get through a 50 freestyle without like gassing. And this guy just jumps in the water after 10 years. He's like, I think I'm gonna do 100 IM for a warm up, and he did. I was just like, man, just get out of the pool, like
Yeah,
let me
well,
catch up.
we found out because we started weightlifting, we found out that you are just infinitely stronger than I am. You've got like gorilla strength, dude, and I'm better at the cardio portion of things.
For now.
Like,
For
yeah,
now.
for now, and you're catching up, dude. When we were swimming Sunday,
I
when we were
got you.
racing, I had to kick it into high gear a little bit because you were
I don't
catching
believe
up. You're
you.
keeping up,
I
dude.
don't believe you. I think you were just teasing me. Like
No,
this
no, I
guy's
mean,
laughing at me. We did a 400, okay, and this guy laughs at me. So let's not say. And he was like, "I was going to swim under you, but you turned around too fast." I'm like, "That all right." So I wasn't keeping up. This dude's playing with me in the water right now. So
but I mean, I guess that we should talk about. We're gonna do a triathlon, which is
yeah,
nuts for two 300-pound guys.
yep.
It's something we talked about a few months ago. We actually, I was gonna puss out, to be honest with you. I was. Charles talked me into it. It's not a full triathlon because we would die. We truly, I think, would die.
Our knees would explode because we're fat. Yeah.
It's going to be May 5th. We're going to swim 400 yards, bike 13.5 miles, and then run slash probably mostly walk 3. Um, you know, triathlon something I always wanted to do. I always talk myself like, oh, that would be so awesome, but I never signed up for one. And just, the support system, like having you accountability buddies, as lame as that is, it's been awesome, dude. Because I know I wouldn't be doing it on my own. There's no way. There's
Nobody would
absolutely
sleep
no way.
every night. If you weren't saying, "Hey, get the 600 points on the Apple Fitness app because we're
Yeah,
competing every week," I mean, I would be like, "No, I'm going to sit here and watch cartoons with my son or my daughter's on
yeah.
my lap." You know, how many more
It,
years
it,
do I have at this small? Like, there's
ex-
always an excuse not to work out.
exactly. Like even the day that we signed up, like you called me, you're like, I'm signing up, bub. I'm signing up. And I'm like, "Ah, we're really fucking doing it." And then we did. And you know what? I'm pumped. And we did do a practice one a couple weeks ago where we went to a way too expensive pool gym spa club. It was awesome, but it also was a hotel pool that they want us to pay $120 a month to be a member of, which is nuts. And there's just a bunch of drunk people everywhere that were part of at the hotel. It was beautiful, but we did it. It was rough. I was definitely feeling it the next day,
It was.
and we ate awesome burgers afterwards. but
We
but
completely blew the workout.
you blew it out. But you know what? It gave me the motivation that we actually can do this. Like I don't give a shit about our time. I do want to beat you, but I don't give a shit about our time. I just want to finish.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a huge
I,
accomplishment for me.
I mean, with what I saw us do, and think about it, we were over 300 pounds. And we were like, "Hey, we're just going to do a trial run," because Scott was super nervous about it. And I'm not going to lie, I was super nervous about it. And I'm still kind of nervous about it because those bike seats hurt your balls and your butt cheeks
Yeah,
really bad
yeah,
for
yeah.
13
No,
miles. I mean,
that
but
was
it
what
was,
was most sore for me the next day. It's way different than my like regular riding bicycle, but
yeah, but I truly think like because you did it in like an hour 52, I did it in 2:02. So I mean, I got 10 minutes to make up. I know I'm going to because I'm going to catch you in the run.
yeah, you
But
are, no question.
I'm training in the run. I know I'm going to be behind after the swimming. But to be honest with you, just being able to complete, today I completed a 400-meter freestyle. Like, and I did it
I
in
haven't
10.
done that yet. I haven't
Yeah,
done that since we started. So
you
now I got to get out there.
do.
I got to do it.
Sunday's going to do it in like 7 minutes. So I know I'm going to be 4 minutes behind by the time I get on a bike, and I'm going to just try not to lose any more time on a bike. But you bike for years, and I'm just starting biking. So I mean, there's so much you learn about yourself and your body when you're dieting. Like, we were over 300 pounds. We're going to be 30 to 35 pounds lighter when we do the triathlon.
I hope because it's
Oh, we
what,
will
month
be.
and a half away. Yeah, I'm hoping so, dude. Because we both stalled out for the past few weeks. We really did, but it's been kicking back into gear now, which is great. But
And cheating
we
and
should talk a little bit
laxing.
about what were you saying? Sorry, you cut out a little bit.
I said just kind of cheating and laxing on the diets on my end.
Yeah.
And,
Well, I mean, so far, I mean, there's been days where I was just fucking out of it, dude, and you talked me into it, and then there was days you were out of it, and I talked you into it. We should kind of talk about what we're doing. Like I'm eating whatever I want. Like I had a ribeye tonight for dinner. I'm just counting calories, dude. I use the Lose It app, ate whatever the hell I want. If I want a burger, I have a burger. I just make sure I just don't eat terrible. And I had pizza the other day, and I woke up at a new low weight. Um, it's great. You know, you hear all these crazy diets. This is this is always what works for me, but Charles is doing what works for him. So I'll let him talk a little bit about what he's doing.
Well, I'm kind of yo-yo between diets because I get really bored really quick, and I find myself at midnight going and getting something to eat. So I use Carb Manager. You know, you said you use the other app. I use Carb Manager. Both great apps. I'm trying to keep calories under a certain amount. Tonight I missed it. I'm going to wake up lighter than what I have, since March of 2020 tomorrow morning. But I, I missed my calorie count today because the wife again made homemade mashed potatoes and fried pork belly, and I got home and I smashed it just a little bit. I got just a taste, but it was 400 calories when I was done. I was like, I could have eaten the whole thing, but you know, I'm definitely doing interval training. I'm trying to sprint as long as I can, or I shouldn't say sprint, fat guy jog for
Yeah,
as
yeah,
long
of
as I
course, of
can,
course.
and then I walk until my heart rate's all the way back down because it's all about my heart rate. I don't want to pass out. I don't want to hurt myself because
Yeah.
we're too heavy to be running, pounding the pavement, and we went way too hard. I remember we did one exercise where we got off and we said we should have done that yet.
Oh, absolutely, dude. Like I'm still dealing with like a hip flexor strain, and I keep aggravating it like every day.
But it's funny because when we first started, we are like, we're gonna go to the gym, we're gonna work, lift, and yeah, I mean, I see the muscle coming back, but at the same time, all of a sudden, what are we doing now? We're doing cardio. We're doing
Yeah.
cardio. We found out that we both love to hike.
Yep.
So we've been hiking a lot. I mean, it doesn't have to be walking around a track or walking on a treadmill. Find something fun to do while you do it and challenge
Yeah,
yourself. It's
for
all good.
sure. For sure. It is weird looking forward to working out. Now that being said, our diets are way different, but we're working out every day. Both of us are working out every day. Now, I mean, you lose weight in the kitchen. There's no way around that. You can't just be smashing pizza and burgers every single day, which I am eating it, but I'm making sure to stay under my calorie goal. You download weight loss apps, it's gonna give you a calorie budget standard. As long as you stay under that, you're gonna lose weight. Working out's gonna help you. That's it's I've always bought into the calories in, calories out. Charles is doing it in a different way than I am. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to keep my carbs low,
yeah,
because I want my body to start eating itself. I don't want to intake as much fat as what people would do for the keto diet.
yep,
So I wouldn't say my body's in ketosis, but I'm more of an Atkins diet, I guess. It's just I feel a
yeah,
lot healthier doing this because I've done the keto diet, the yo-yo, all the
yep,
diets we've had the last 3 years. I always do keto for like 30 to 45 days.
yep,
And then I'm like, oh my God, I want something other than an avocado spread,
yep.
for sauce.
Yeah,
So
I every time I've done keto, I gain it all back immediately because I'm just like, oh, bread.
yeah,
you know?
Big Mac. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So, one thing I think that would make this a little more lighthearted and funny, you said we're gonna fat shame. We're not gonna fat shame anybody. We're all about people being comfortable in their own bodies. I want everybody to love themselves, but being fat can be funny. I've got myself into funny situations. Um, I think it'd be funny to share fat stories. I've
Okay.
got plenty. I'm sure Charles has some. Any
I've
listeners
stored
can,
them away. I can't even
yeah,
remember. I've
yeah.
blocked them all out.
I'm sure listeners, if you're interested, you can email us. We got an email, two guys, one scale at gmail.com. You can email any funny stories you have. We got about 7.5 minutes left. So I can share a quick one. Charles can
Mhm.
share a quick one, and then we gotta wrap it up. But just the first one that comes to mind. Um, this was either Christmas Eve or Easter. It was some sort of holiday. This is when I was like 30, still had three roommates that were dudes because I was a cool guy. Uh, we decided to go to this restaurant called Lottawatta Creek. I don't know if you're familiar with that, Charles.
Yep.
It's a restaurant in the St. Louis area that serves a disgusting amount of food to you. Their portion sizes. One plate is enough to feed probably five or six people.
Yeah. One person has a heart attack there every day.
Yes, yeah. Like the
It's time to
burger,
go
they
there.
one of their burgers is like a deep fried burger and then like 8 pounds of fries, and it's like $16. So my friends we go for lunch, we eat. Even as a fat dude who can absolutely house food, I got about half of it down. My mom calls me, "Hey, we're having Christmas dinner here in about an hour." And then I had to go eat again. Like literally and I ate again. I ate an entire another fucking meal, and then I got home and then I ate the rest of the leftovers of Lottawatta Creek. And then I cried myself to sleep. Because I mean, I didn't really cry myself to sleep, but I just felt so horrible about myself, dude. And a million things I've done like that. Million.
I
You got
guess,
one?
yeah, I do. I'll share the first time me and my wife went to the Philippines to see her family. As soon as I get there, it's so hot. It's in the middle of a rainforest, right? I have three shirts at all times because I will take my shirt off when I sweat through it and put another one on. And everybody I saw when I was over there, they would offer me water. They would come up with a towel and towel me off, like, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?" I felt like the sloppiest fat person ever while I was over there. And the thing was, I think I was 270 when I was over there. Okay, like think about me going over there at 350. Like I may die, but like everywhere we went, like I just had shirts on hangers because I would let them air out and put another one on because I would just like instantly just sweat through everything. I felt disgusting. It was embarrassing because you got these people that they're working their asses off over there. They're not even breaking a sweat. And I go over there and it's like I'm in a fucking sauna the whole time, like
Oh yeah.
just you know. And then they have me drinking gin all night long while I'm sitting there sweating, and I'm just, it just gross. It was
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah. We've all been there. As
Oh
a
yeah,
fellow big guy, we've all been there, dude. Well, that was the inaugural episode
they're
of
going
Two
to get
Guys
better.
One Scale.
They're
We're
going to
gonna
get
get
better.
better. They're gonna get better. We're gonna do them in person. Maybe we'll do it on a hike sometime. We'll keep you updated on the weight loss. I think every week we need to say what our new weight is. Um, you know, send in stories if you got them. We've got plenty more to share. Um, we'll keep you updated with our progress, how things are going. Follow us. We are gonna have all the socials: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. We're gonna be releasing the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everything like that. Give us a follow, give us a like. Um, Watch us, slowly get skinnier or fail spectacularly. That's one of the
Enough.
reasons I wanted to do this, so we can hold ourselves accountable because we can't still be fat in a year or six
This is another
months.
layer. Just another layer of accountability right
Yeah, yeah,
here.
for sure, for
So
sure.
thank you. Watch because it's going to drive us to
Yeah,
keep losing weight because we can't fail you and ourselves. So
absolutely. All right, dude. Well, I guess that's it for now. I'm sure I'll talk to you tomorrow. We got to get our
I'm sure I'll call you as soon as we get off here.
yeah,
But
that's for
uh,
sure.
again, everybody, thank you, and
Yep.
continue to watch and just provide us with your with your feedback on what we can do. And if you have any questions for us, email them like what we're eating, how we're cooking it, how we're meal prepping. Like we kind of went just over the top right now, but we're
Yeah,
definitely meal prepping. We're doing a lot of things. I mean, you don't lose 30 pounds eating pizza and burgers every day. No, it's because he planned for that day to be able to do that. So,
that's
if you have
right.
any questions about that, reach out to us because we want you all to lose weight too if you need to.
Yeah, and if we can do this shit, you guys can do this. Anybody can do this shit for real. We were the laziest fucks on the planet, dude. Like anybody can do this.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
For those
man.
of you already doing it, keep it up. Awesome
Hell
work.
yeah. All right. All right, dude. Good work this week.
Hey, you too, bub.
Later, man.
Later, bub.